Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking developments in the historic indictment of a former president. We're getting local reaction tonight and learning more about what comes next after a Manhattan grand jury votes to indict Donald Trump in a hush money investigation. We've got team coverage coming up. Good to have you with us here at 11. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. New details and reaction have been pouring in tonight, and we'll start with the latest. The indictment has not been unsealed, but sources tell CNN the former president faces more than 30 counts related to business fraud. Trump's attorney says he's expected to be arraigned Tuesday. That's when he's expected to be fingerprinted, photographed, and go before a judge.
Donald Trump is calling it a political attack. He, of course, lives in Florida. Tonight, a small group of protesters gathered outside his Mar-a-Lago estate. Back up in New York, police are increasing security. The police department is ordering all officers to be on duty tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m.
Alice Barr starts off her coverage from Washington tonight.
Tonight, political shockwaves as former President Donald Trump has been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. The historic first criminal case against a former president prompting a host of new questions. The indictment is still under seal, so we don't know what charges he'll face. But it stems from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's investigation into a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 presidential campaign and how that payment was documented. Mr. Trump denies Daniels' claims of a 2006 affair. Tonight, the former president calling the indictment, quote, political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. Republican leaders attacking the Manhattan district attorney and coming to Mr. Trump's defense, including his former vice president, Mike Pence, now a potential 2024 rival, telling CNN tonight.
The unprecedented indictment of a former president of the United States on a campaign finance issue is an outrage.
Former President Trump has declared he's running for the White House again in 2024, and polls show he is the Republican frontrunner. He has made clear any criminal indictment will not stop his campaign, though it will loom over the months ahead. Two sources familiar with the matter tell NBC News former President Trump is tentatively set to appear before a judge next Tuesday afternoon. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you. The former president now faces a legal and political battle.
Nothing about this indictment means that he can't run for president, even if he's to be convicted in the end. Mara McDonald live downtown tonight, and some actually believe this indictment could help his campaign. Mara.
Well, Devin, that's right. And here's the reasoning, that it will do nothing but energize his GOP base, essentially assuring him the GOP nomination for president. Let me show you. Today's indictment feels nothing like Richard Nixon's resignation from office, which the entire country watched gravely.
We have been inured to things that wasn't the case when Nixon was president. I mean, it was shocking that he had taped people in the White House, and it was shocking to see money spent to break in and to pay hush money. So I think we have become inured in many ways. The indictment, yet to be unsealed, likely holds no surprises. So does it derail the Trump train from competing in an election year?
No, because all this stuff's baked in. I mean, what don't we know? You know, I guess we'll have to wait and see when the indictment is, unsealed. But, I mean, this is something that we knew about in 2016. This is stuff that we've heard about. Darnoy maintains Trump will be the Republican nominee in this indictment, and potentially another out of Georgia do nothing but ensure that Trump consumes all the oxygen in the room with his GOP competitors. Already, Republicans across the spectrum, whether they believe he is guilty or not, call this the weaponization of the legal system for political purposes. Whether the public at large buys this in the end remains to be seen. Is today unprecedented? Sure, no other president has been charged criminally, but historians like Kornblue believe it is unprecedented for another reason. We haven't had an ex-president try to play a dominant role in our politics for a long, long time. Live. So if Donald Trump is indeed the GOP nominee in 2024, what does that do down ballot? Well, if last year is any indication, not much. You'll remember that all of Trump's preferred candidates did extremely poorly in Michigan.
We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara, we are going to continue to monitor any new developments coming in overnight. We'll bring you the latest when you wake up with Jason and Rhonda tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 a.m.